So a lot of time has passed since you began your Body Thrive book club. And now we're really in this home stretch, and this habit today, this habit of meditation, is where we'll be turning our attention. And it's good to know in your group, like, who has this practice and who sort of has more of a leadership quality here, in the experience of meditation. Because sometimes it's great to hear from those who are more experienced what it does, like what this habit does for their life. If we want any of that, if we know that the effects of meditation are huge, that meditation, it releases stress like better than anything else, that it gives us a more life positive attitude, it can improve our relationships, it can lower inflammation in the body, it can stabilize the heart rate. I mean, it basically, we look at like any signs of aging, and meditation seems to make us younger. We look at any signs of relational dysfunction, and meditation seems to, or not any, but most, in relations, and meditation really helps. And so if we look at this, what's happening, do we have time in our day to just do nothing? But to do nothing consciously, which is really different than like watching Netflix or playing a game. Or even for me, I live in beautiful places and I could just go for a walk or go out in the ocean on my paddleboard, right? Something that seems very meditative, but isn't the same as meditation. So the beauty of this practice is that it allows us a time to consciously unwind and engage at the same time, and play our growing edge in those capacities of becoming fully present, and then deepening our presence. So what I invite you into in your book club this week is to talk about meditation and to hear from the people who are more experienced and why they do it. And maybe too, like some of the hurdles they've had along the way. And it's important for, as we share, not to have like a know-it-all kind of attitude about it, but just an honest sharing of like, hey, what's gone right, what's gone wrong. Often people have the experience of they've tried to meditate, they've tried to build it as a practice, and it's fallen by the wayside. And it's important to see like, hey, is this a habit that you want to have in your life right now? And if it is, like, to what degree? Is it a 2-minute habit? Is it a 20-minute habit? Is it a 60-minute habit? And letting that be okay. And so if it is a 2-minute habit for you, like when, where, what's going to trigger it? How are you going to do it? Are you going to set a timer? Are you going to be done? And letting it just be that. And that's fine. Even if that's 2 minutes or 20 minutes or 60 minutes, what works for you right now? I've heard from a number of different teachers from different traditions that all incorporate meditation and really have it as the backbone of their spiritual practice, that these shorter practices can be incredibly effective. So if that works for your lifestyle right now, and that's what's really going to get you engaged with experimenting with this habit, exploring what are some of the benefits for you right now, and helping you gain traction, don't feel bad about that. Like it's kind of leading edge in some ways. Letting yourself sit with 100% focus for 1 minute or 2 minutes is a very challenging practice. And we can get better at it. And then we start to engage with the power of our focus. Also, the letting go. We might have a 1-minute practice that we do 5 minutes a day, especially if we're struggling with workaholism or just feeling overwhelmed all the time. Like we just feel like our life isn't our own, our time isn't our own, we're not spending it the way we want to be spending it. Having a little alarm on your smartphone that goes off every 2 hours and has you do a 1-minute practice, 1 minute, just allow everything to be as it is, without fighting it, without resisting it, just allowing, can absolutely shift your perspective. And what you might find is that having stronger, shorter practices will eventually get you on the cushion or in the chair to sit for longer periods of time as you start to tap into the benefits of deeper practice. So for those of you who already have a deeper practice, you might also ask yourself through this habit, like, are you on your growing edge with this? Are you kind of stuck in your own practice? Are there things that you need to like sharpen up, or you need to go into deeper depth with? And having that, just like we did with the breath body practices for those who already have experience, like, hey, how can we refine? Sometimes that means finding a new teacher to go deeper. It might mean using a timer. It might mean using a different technique. So I just invite you to talk about meditation this week, to explore, and then to get clear, commit, have everyone before you leave, like commit to how you're going to use this habit this week.